this is Dan. Welcome to another video. Today we're doing another video inside of the next chapter inside of Hermitcraft Retribution, a Clockwork Chronicles story. We are reading chapter 12 in Grian's perspective. Yeah. I don't know if we'll go to chapter 13, but I feel like chapter 12 is fine. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. And now let's get right into it. Grian didn't sleep well the rest of the night, his mind still repeating the nightmare vividly, like it was real. Was this a side effect to the headband? Grian opened his eyes again, pushing back the covers, noticing the hints of sunrise as light pierced through the windows of the doors across from him. Midnight blue waters below trickled with light as Grian pushed the covers back. Alright, stumbling to his feet as he groaned. He looked around the room, seeing everyone was fast asleep, unaware of his early rising, as he walked down the hall, knowing there was a small balcony not far from here he could look out of to get some fresh air. He made it to the door, opening it as he stepped out into the early morning air, seeing a ship, a submarine, and a yacht near the docks, water gently rocking them, the ocean breeze washing over him, hint of salt filling his lungs. He took a deep breath. Every worry and fear seemed to slip away as he looked out onto the horizon. It was calm. It was peaceful. Beautiful. Did you ever wonder what might be out there? A voice asked from behind as Grian yelped in surprise, turning to see Caden, leaning against the doorframe with an apologetic smile. Didn't mean to scare you, but I thought you heard me coming. I guess that's reassuring, at least. Grian mused with a giggle. You really did have my back. It's my job, Grian. The man's gaze softened. Besides, I consider you a friend. Grian nodded, putting his hand on the railing of the balcony. I couldn't sleep. I know, that's why I stayed awake. The man smirked. I figured you might try to sneak off somewhere without telling anyone. Far, Grian pressed. Not like I'm going out there for a swim. He gestured to the water with a mischievous grin. I suppose not, but you don't know who could be watching, the man reminded him. We know Campbell's men are, and we know he isn't the only one interested in you and your friends. Grian gulped. Where did you get that? Julius. Caden stepped onto the balcony with him, standing beside the hermit. He didn't know much about them, but he did know there were others out there who wanted to see Mr. A and RJ free. Grian shuddered. I hope they don't get out. I agree. Caden nodded with a frown. Right now, though, we do have to keep in mind the potential risks and the dangers, especially when it comes to getting you and your friends home safely. When are we heading out? Grian asked quietly. Sometime today, if all goes well. The man looked out into the horizon, not looking at Grian. I know you and your friends want to help Sam and Liam, but we're more concerned about your safety right now. Gems and Pearl's bases are the most secure and safest for you. Grian swallowed. Wish I didn't have to run for my life, or run around knowing my friends were in danger. Caden nodded. You worried about Scar? How could I not? After what Julius warned me about, Grian insisted, shaking his head. He told me that if Gerald wasn't in prison, that Scar probably wouldn't be here. Julius chose to spare him, Caden reminded him. Yes, it was his choice. But if it's been Gerald that Campbell would have sent? Grian put a hand to his face and groaned, hitting how the tears stung his eyes. You're so hopeless. We'll do everything in our power to protect you, Scar, and the rest of your friends, Caden said firmly, meeting the hermit's gaze. Will it be enough? Grian breathed out, seeing the sincerity in his protector's eyes. Caden straightened, not leaving his gaze off the hermit. I'm not going to give up, Grian. My job is to keep fighting to keep you safe, even if it means costing my life. Caden, Grian insisted, shaking his head. It's not fair, I know. Caden looked. Excuse me. It's not fair, I know. Caden looked at him sadly. We have to do what we can, but this mission, protecting you, is worth fighting for. Grian swallowed, nodding. I don't want to lose you too. Sometimes it's not in our control, the man said softly, putting a hand on Grian's shoulder. I won't make sacrifices unless there's no other option. No unnecessary risks. Grian chuckled weakly. Yeah, like I don't do that every day of my life. That's not necessarily a bad thing, the man shrugged. More opportunity to make a difference. A real impact. Really matter? All of this? Grian asked wearily. Sure hope so, Caden smirked. Otherwise we'd be fighting for nothing. Grian returned the gesture, looking down toward the boats. I like it out here. Couldn't agree more, Caden sighed, taking in a deep breath. It's beautiful. Hopefully we'll have something just as beautiful when we come home. Home, Grian said softly. It almost doesn't feel real. As real as you and me. The man released his hand from the hermit's shoulder. I'm glad I got the chance to meet you and your friends. I'm glad I found someone like you, Grian admitted. Someone I can trust with my life. I can see why you don't want to lose me now, the man teased. Can you blame me? Can you blame me? Grian raised an eyebrow. No, I suppose I can't. The man shook his head. It's tricky, especially more so when you're friends with Stampy's sister. Grian giggled. It's what it is. I've got special friends, and I have to deal with that fact. Fortunately, I'm not alone. You aren't, Caden replied assuredly. He looked warily out to the water once more before adding, Care to come inside with me? We can hang out in another room until the others wake up. Sure. Grian's eyes brightened. The man gestured for the door as Grian went first, feeling a weird sensation as he stepped inside. Almost like someone was watching him. Grian swallowed, pushing it out of his mind. He wasn't alone. No one would dare attack him with Caden to protect him. He was safe. So, they're coming soon? Impulse asked when Caden stepped out from Stampy's bedroom after a call. Grian, Impulse, and Blake were hanging out in the main room. Beat-ups, Tango, Tyler, and Isaac had already gone back to help Pearl make sure everything was secure and ready to go. Within the next 10 minutes, Caden nodded. Tom was delighted to hear what you guys did. Yeah, Beat-ups is already reorganizing the one tower we do have, Grian replied. I feel a lot safer in the sleepover room with everyone close. I know Scar feels the same. Which means there's already a few extra bedrooms, Impulse pointed out. Yes, Sam smiled. Tom also sent a few of the kids out to arrive at Gem and Pearl's bases as well. We're just happy to help, Impulse insisted, nudging Grian playfully. These kids want a chance to feel like they're making a difference. Like what they're doing matters. There's many ways that they could do that. Caden mused with a chuckle, glancing toward the storage room. Sam's going to have a couple of helpers of his own, at least. It's better than nothing, Grian smiled. Sam's a great teacher. That he is, Caden replied. Are you two nearly ready to go? We're all just waiting at this point. Scar's hanging out with the girls in the clubhouse. Impulse stated matter-of-factly. Caleb's with them. We should see how they're doing, so we can be ready to leave when they get here. Caden gestured for the group to follow. No one knows what we're doing to intercept us? Blake pressed cautiously. They can't use portal to stop us, here or there, thanks to Doc's help, Impulse chuckled. Although it doesn't stop them from waiting for us. I'm sure they suspect something, Caden mused. I've done my best to keep this as secret as possible. I feel like Campbell would think of something bigger than a mere ambush, Impulse replied. We've escaped many of those before. Caden shook his head. We can never be too careful. No, we can't. Blake agreed, putting a hand on Impulse's shoulder. I can go get the others over here. Is that okay? Yeah, that's fine. Just be careful, Caden warned the boy as Blake headed for the hallway. I'll be fine, Caden. Blake flashed the man a smile and gave the man a wave. See you in a few. Caden chuckled at that before looking between the two hermits. Grian caught Impulse watching for a moment before looking over at the escort. I just hope this all runs smoothly without trouble. We won't let anything happen to you, Caden promised. That's our job. Impulse nodded. I wonder what that's doing right now. Or Mumbo. Mumbo! Grian gasped, his eyes widening as he nodded. I haven't seen Mumbo in forever. Impulse giggled. We can stop by sometime if you want. Grian nodded. We'll see, depending on what mood Campbell's in. You haven't heard anything from Julius, Impulse? Kaden asked curiously. Impulse looked at... Excuse me. Impulse shook his head. Not yet. I haven't thought of anything new to share with him either. Apart from that escape, which he knows about. Why did he figure that out? Grian frowned. Probably when scouting around trying to find any record of his mother, Impulse replied. Campbell didn't tell him about that either. Maybe he would have been under different circumstances. Of course, Grian sighed, looking down at his feet. Has he told you anything about how the search is going? Nothing new yet, Impulse shrugged. It is only the start. He's still looking. Okay. Grian smiled, looking up when he heard the sound of footsteps and wheels. Their friends had arrived. So we're going home soon. Scar's green eyes brightened. That's the plan, Kaden nodded. Matthias insisted on getting you all home as soon as possible, for your safety. Anything we can do to help? Jem asked hopefully. Is everything ready for Sam's new friends to arrive? Impulse asked her. Should be, Scar beamed, including medical boxes. Definitely medical kits, Jem agreed with a giggle. These kids are good with potions, right? Sam can teach them if need be, Haley said calmly. He's learned a lot already from Liz as it is. Then we should probably prepare to go and make sure none of our enemies notice, Kaden said firmly. Scar chuckled, pressing a button. That's why we have stealth mode. I'm ready when you are. Grian giggled, getting to his feet, fixing the bed quickly. He looked up when he heard the sound from the storage room. Friends, we have arrived, an unfamiliar voice replied. Cody, so good to see you. Kaden called as a tall, muscular man stepped into the room with two young teenagers behind him. A boy and a girl around the same age. The girl was tall, with light brown curly hair and piercing blue eyes, and the boy was short, with messy blonde hair and coffee brown eyes. The two men gave each other a handshake. Just dropping the kids off, as ordered, Cody mused. You're on your way out? Yeah, orders from Matthias. Kaden replied confidently. Great guy, really, Cody chuckled. How's he been? Busy, Kaden mused, glancing over at Jem, who shook her head. Fortunately, his charge is in good hands, so it's all good. You're a good man, Kaden. Cody patted the man on the shoulder. Well, kids, I best be off. At least let me escort you and your friends to the portal. That would be good, Kaden replied, smiling down at the teens. Aiden, Aaron, you'll be good here? Coden asked. Cody asked. Yes, sir. Aiden nodded, his brown eyes wide with wonder. Sam's in the living room. First door to your right, Scar pointed helpfully. He's been given a few days off to be with his brother. Yum, Aaron asked. Is he okay? How is he? He's doing better. Scar smiled at her gently. Relief filled the teen's expression. I heard about what happened. Same, Aiden nodded. Come on, we have a job to do. Karen giggled, following the shorter boy to the room. Nice meeting you. Hopefully we can hang out and get to know each other soon, Scar called back with a chuckle. Grian seeing the kids open the door, disappearing inside. This seemed nice. We should be on our way, Kaden replied simply. Do you know if the interns have arrived at the base yet, Cody? The man shook his head. That was Carl's job to send them over. He left just after I did. I hope. Kaden sighed, seemingly disappointed. Very well. We'll make do if there's a delay. Are you sure you have room for the lot? Cody smirked. Oh, we have room. Kaden nodded. It's only 3, right? Right. Cody frowned before smiling at Grian. Well, we should be on our way, if you want to get home before dark. No one said any more as Grian followed Kaden and Cody out the door, looking back to see Scar rolling up to him, a small smile on his face. Hey. Grian smiled, stepping through the front door first, Scar following him before catching up. So what are you doing when you get home? Finding Jelly and having some long overdue cuddle time? Scar said matter-of-factly. You? I don't know, Grian replied. Maybe gather materials for the towers. Now, Grian, there's nothing wrong with giving yourself a day to relax, Scar mused, patting him on the shoulder. You need it after all the chaos the last few days. I suppose so, Grian mused. Maybe I could show the interns around. I can help with that, Jem offered happily. What about you, Impulse? We should stick together if we can, Impulse replied. I can hang out with you, Scar, if you don't mind. Me too, Kate said enthusiastically. Scar laughed. I had nothing against cuddle time with friends. Grian giggled, looking up to see the men walking ahead with Caitlin, striding confidently beside him. The boys and Haley taking up the rear. Apologies. Keeping an eye on our surroundings, he thought as he smiled. He looked up at the clear blue sky, glad to see not a speck of a cloud in sight. It was a lovely day for a stroll. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Chapter 13 will be next week. I have it at home. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one, whenever that may be.